Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing another Saving Your Disaster campaign, playing as Lu Bu on Total War 3 Kingdoms, and this is on hard difficulty. Now, this sort of situations, we're not in immediate risk of defeat, but given the situation, if things get much worse, he will be. So this is sort of like a pre-disaster disaster. So I thought this would be a good opportunity just to play a little bit of Lu Bu, because I haven't got him unlocked in my game yet. Anyway. So, the situation here is really crumbling in terms of diplomacy. He's got an untrustworthy reliability rating, and it's just got way too many enemies. Now, I think this is pretty standard for a Dongzhou Let's Play, or Dongzhou campaign, I should say. So, but that doesn't mean we can't turn it around. So, what I'm going to do here is try to negotiate some peace treaties.
Make it quick.
And we might even be able to get something out of them. So, requesting payment does actually seem to be better than requesting a lump sum. So that's what we'll do. We seem to be able to get about twice as much out of it. So the reliability just doesn't really factor into this at all, it seems.
We accept your
Good,
offer.
220 per turn. Okay, and we'll negotiate a few more peace treaties if we can.
Not you again.
Okay, so we just need to make this work. 903, I'm not paying that. We've got a little bit of food, so offering food, not all of it, just one food should be enough. One thing about the AIs is they always seem to have really low food, and so if you have food, it just makes diplomacy a lot easier, because it'd be like, hey, I can see you're starving. I can help you with that. I'm like, yeah, alright. Okay, we're not going to be able to negotiate with him. I'm not going to make huge concessions.
What is it?
I'm only willing to make minor concessions. Can't peace out with Jenny.
This will be short. Why must we speak?
Okay, since he's poor on food, let's see if we could just give him one food. Yep, cool.
So be it.
So that guy was on our border as well, so that helps the frontier situation a little bit. This guy here I actually want to take out, so I'm not going to negotiate with him.
This will be short.
Let's see if we just get any other peace treaties.
Get this
No.
over with.
Alright, so that's all the diplomacy I think we can do. Let me just check this. Yeah, no one wants to negotiate. Alright, so now we have a look at the situation. We don't have to worry about anyone coming from Yuan Shu, but we've still got an enemy border here, here, and of course here. Now if we send an army, which at the moment we've only got one, and a little bit, if we send an army out here and just conquer these guys outright, it won't matter so much if we end up losing a little bit of territory here and there, as long as we don't lose the actual capital. But if we do this, as long as the settlement doesn't revolt, which shouldn't be a problem, then you just never have to like station any forces here. And even if these provinces don't end up making that much money, at least they're the safest regions that you can have. And then you can focus an army maybe here and here while you develop the settlements. Because one thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of settlements just aren't developed. And we're at turn 54. Because in my opinion, it's way better to have a few very developed provinces than lots and lots of underdeveloped piece of crap territories. Because all that's going to do is increase your corruption, and it's just not going to be of any use to you. So, we got Lu Bu over here. Now, his army is not efficient. You've got blue units attached to a red general, and we've already got a vanguard dude here as well, as, you know, Lu Bu. This guy here, that's fine, that seems efficient to me. I would personally prefer a green one, but there's nothing wrong with this. So, I mean, he can do all the dueling he wants. It's like the strongest guy in the game. So what we're going to do here, we're going to fire him. Not fire him, we're just going to recall him for the time being. We're going to come up through this way. And we're going to recruit a blue commander. One that can actually have Jennifer, so that's, I believe that's his wife. And her retinue's kind of expensive, and I would disband most of those units anyway, so I don't really want to pay for that. Right, this guy's only going to cost 450, and he's higher ranked anyway. So Zhang went, and he's actually fond of Lu Bu, where she isn't, for some reason.
A lapping tide erodes stone.
So I go 2 crossbows and 2 trebs. Cool. And that is a much more efficient army. Now the only thing that we need is for this guy to get some equipment. Non-equipable. See, that's for extra resolve. He doesn't really need that. We'll save that for someone else. And he needs flaming shot, or else the trebuchets aren't going to be that effective. That's going to take a little while, but you got to start somewhere. Then over here, this is where we want to create a new army to start. Like, the salt mine shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. Let's see, who are we gonna put at the head of this army? So this guy, I'm not gonna pronounce his name. Yuan Zui. That'll cost us 2,200 to redeploy him. And we also need to change up his army. He can't be having those units. But he'll be in command of this one. Or at least he'll be in it. And then I usually like to have a sentinel. No, not a sentinel, sorry, one of these guys. Problem here is, let me just check. What's wrong with this guy? Oh, we lack the resources to have him. Right, so we got to save up some cash. Alright, so I won't recruit anything this turn. Alright, it looks like this settlement here is going to come under attack.
Once again, I feel the warmth of home.
Impossible.
Act quickly.
So that could be bad. Let's have a look. We've got a reform here that we could do. Let's have a little check. So it would be good to get trade agreements, but I usually go for these two right off the bat, because at the beginning of the campaign, none of the AI have sorted out their trade agreements. So you get these guys, get this really early, and then you get those trade agreements. But if you do it too late, all the AI factions have already established their trade agreements, and therefore, even if you get this, you just can't make a connection with them. Because they're usually pretty willing to trade, as long as they've got an open connection. Reducing redeployment cost. Let's see what else there is. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll actually try and make his food a lot better. Because food is a powerhouse in diplomacy. And also, you need it. You need it more, well, need it as much as money. And that gives huge bonuses through that tree there. You end up getting like 100% bonus to your food production. Which, if we have a look, our food production is currently at 24. We're not making much through farming. Alright. Don't want to go into force march because, you know, they're mustering, so that'll just take as long as it's going to take. If I removed him from the army, Lu Bu would be happy. But he's pretty happy as it is. So, I think we'll just leave it. Alright, I think we've done everything that we can. I'm not going to bother reading through all this. Like I said, I'm not going to build anything, because we have to get an army. We've got to clear this guy out before he starts sending armies to attack everything. Actually, one thing that we could do as well, if we go into the court, let's see if we can get rid of some dead weight. So, this guy here, he's not doing anything. He's level 1, and we have an abundance of red generals. So, executing him will lower satisfaction, but only for 5 turns, and nobody's really that dissatisfied anyway. And we can get ourselves some funds and some intimidation, so, you know, no great loss, goodbye. He's nothing special. I don't want to execute him. I'm just curious as to why it's grayed out, that's all. Doesn't matter. Maybe I can only execute one person per turn. So, New Fu. Could just release him from service. No, don't need to be too stingy, it's okay. But that freed up a little bit of funds. And gave us some more intimidation. Okay, so there's some people here that, ooh. Okay, so he's actually very unhappy. What did he do there? What did I do? I guess intimidated by execution. Alright, well he desires a higher core position, so that's fine. He needs to do it anyway, at some point. It also reduces intimidation by 6. How much is it going to cost? Oh, it doesn't cost anything. In terms of money. Okay, so he's satisfied. For now.
May my courage reach
Alright.
high.
So I don't know if we got an overall net gain on that. So other ones over here, he's not particularly happy. This guy's got a lack of purpose. It's level 3. This cost goes 150. Okay, well if you got a lack of purpose, go find a purpose elsewhere, you fuck. Okay, that'll free up some funds.
Trust instinct.
And this guy... Yeah, it'll be okay. Alright. So... It's... Okay. So, all the settlements are going down in public order. Why is that? If you have a look at the tax... Okay, so he's got on high taxes. If I also pop that down a little bit... Like, it's only losing us... about 400 gold. And all of the settlements, except for this one here, are improving with public order now. That's acceptable. Alright, let's move on. Public order is important because it helps with population growth. Which, in turn, also... causes public order problems.
Accept this alliance.
Hanfu. Oh, well, I think... more the merrier. Yeah, I accept.
It is done, then.
So we're outnumbered pretty badly. But if we've got a good defensive position, which we do, we don't have that many troops though. Well, we'll just do the best we can.
We have passion and zeal. Do not waste it. All of China now watches. Conduct yourself with honor.
This is an extreme unit scale, isn't it? Good to see that. It's good to see that these save files are getting sent in on the highest unit scale, because that's what I like. I do not like small unit scale. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, look at that bounce of power. I don't get to see that very often. Just recall everyone back for the time being. And let's have a little think. They're coming at us from 3 different angles. He doesn't have formations with this, so... dealing with their archers is going to be a problem. There's only 1 over here, so it's not that big of a deal. There's 2 there. 1 there. Okay, it's not that bad. This guy here is the most isolated, so I think we should focus on killing him first. So what we'll do is we'll send out the cavalry force around here to flank them.
Steel yourselves. Orders. Team warriors, attend. At the ready. Team warriors.
Okay, they don't have that many archers there. These guys here have no missile block.
To attention, soldiers.
So I'm just going to put 2 there. We're certainly going to need morale here, so you'll have to stay behind about there. That way they're in the sphere of influence. The archers might shoot him. We'll see. Shit, I've only got one to dedicate to here. Let's just hope they don't realize they can code through this way as well. I can't block that off with any barricade. I can block off the retreat for our guys. I don't think that's a good idea. If we ever want to come back that way, that's probably... yeah, not a good idea. Blocking that one off's fine. So yeah, we have to rely very heavily on our towers. And we have no real formations to use for the infantry to increase missile block chance. Alright, let's do this. So I'm going to try and win this section here quickly so they can return over here before it's too late. Those archers are going to do the most damage to us. There's just nothing we can do about it. Except maybe get the towers to specifically target the archers. Now we charge in once they've commit themselves into the fight. Not right now, because then we're just throwing cavalry into spearmen.
You lack the strength to defeat me.
Do not waste your breath. You will need it.
Balance of power is moving slightly in our favor. Well, towards our favor.
Make ready. Make haste.
All thanks to the towers.
To attention.
Okay, that could be useful.
Ready to raid.
Get the towers to shoot that cavalry.
Cavalry. Stand ready.
Okay, can you duel that guy? Doesn't want to duel.
Horses. Stand ready.
Forgot they don't default to fire. Oh shit, we got incoming over here. We're going to need to send someone over here to block this off.
Steel yourself. Strike. Attend. You are weak. Cavalry. Look the enemy run.
Yes, good stuff. That worked out very nicely there.
Take heed, warriors. Cavalry.
Right, you get over here. Gotta get rid of those archers. They've still got half their ammo left.
Prepare.
Oh god damn it! Yeah, they're aiming for this guy. Get him into this way. At least they'll probably get some friendly fire if they do that. Balance of power's looking okay. I think we might actually win this.
Time has come. You will not be hit. You seem to be struggling. Need some help?
Oh, how witty. How very witty.
Except it wasn't witty at all.
Enemy unit flees. What cowards!
Half the time they seem to be complimenting each other on how witty they are. Except they don't understand what wit actually is.
The enemy general is fallen. They were no match.
Alright, cool. Alright, this section here is done. Whilst it's good to run them down, we kind of need to win the battle, so let's get over here where we're actually needed.
Ready to raid. Double time. Take heed, warriors. Does battle wear you out?
Is that your best?
Yeah, we won the battle. And we might as well run down as many of them as we can. But yeah, defending with the towers is pretty damn good. And this was the only immediate threat to us, so hopefully that'll give us some time to rest afterwards. But yeah, the towers are really bloody powerful if you can hold on to them. Which is why it's important to get like a unit in like Testudo or something. Total formation. But garrisons will never have, just on their own, any formations. You gotta actually leave an army behind, which, I don't know, it's not worth doing that. Because if you leave too much force in a city, then they'll just starve you out. Alright, we're probably not going to be able to catch any of the others. Oh, might be able to catch that. And the good thing about this as well is that we'll also make some money that we can use to purchase more troops, you know, elsewhere. So yeah, that worked out quite nicely.
Fight with utter belief, and you will be undefeatable.
And we captured all 3 of them. We've got nothing of value to steal, and we do need money, and they were nothing particularly special. So I say we release them.
Free the prisoners. Run back to your masters.
Take the money.
I will show mercy this time.
Good, we got a lot of money that we can use for preparing our invasion of what's this guy called again? Chop Suey. So this guy is ready again. Good. Of course, we also need to reform his entire army. He shouldn't be having these units. I wish I could disband these units before recruiting them. Let me just check. I might even be able to do that. Let me just check. Yeah, I can't seem to make adjustments to him from here. I know, unless I'm missing something. You guys feel free to tell me. It just means I have to fork out quite a lot of cash to get units that we're just going to replace right away.
Act quickly. Once again, I feel the warmth of home.
Just leave them for now. Because I would just swap them. But we need to get other forces up in here. So I want to get this guy. I'm happy with this as a force. I'd prefer to switch these guys over for the spear guards, but that's fine.
Bend. Do not
And
break.
then you need blue. We'll have to wait till next turn for that. We should be able to beat them with this. So we'll see. Depends on how developed it is.
Nurture passion.
So that doesn't seem to be under siege anymore. So they're sending someone over to this fishing... No, that's ours. No, so that's theirs, I mean. Alright, let's check diplomacy this turn. And who did we just beat? Because they might be willing to peace out. That was... Huangzhou. What? Where is he here? Is he a vassal or something? Yeah, he is. Okay, so I have to speak in term to Lubio for that. And even though, yeah, recent losses in battle, it wasn't enough. Alright. Well, there's likely to be more enemies incoming. And we've got a good amount of replenishment, so just leave them there. And that did work out quite well. Unless they bring artillery, we should be able to handle ourselves. Alright. Nothing is that we could come down this way. No, anyone that comes up this way will take forever. Hang on. Yeah, that's blocked off. To get to that jade mine, you have to go all the way around here. Okay, so let's send him over to the port. Because we have no forces over here to defend against this, and it doesn't look like it's... I don't know. Okay. Yeah, once it's at full strength, we can justify force marching it, but, you know, we've got to get that replenishment going. So yeah, we've got certain officers that we can put into position, but we really do need the money, so not right now. Alright, checking all this stuff. Public order's pretty bad here. That's going to cause a massive population decline. Yeah. Why is it so bad? Hostile forces. Well. The only thing I could do about that is exempt taxation, so I'm just going to leave it. Now, could you potentially finish the job here? You've only... What have they got? Yeah, I think we could finish the job. How much movement will that use up? Okay.
To war. Attack!
Says predicted casualties low, so we'll just delegate it.
Let feasting commence! Free the prisoners! Spreading the word of our cause.
I hope we can make it back over here in time for this guy to show up. Because if he stands too close over here, he'll cut us off.
Channel passions.
Oh, he has to come up through this way. I may have made a blunder there. Maybe should have stayed put. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? This settlement here is not worth a hell of a lot, so it's not the end of the world if we lose it. But it wouldn't be good either. Alright, everything seems good. We just got to get Lu Bu into the fight somewhere. Moving on. That army is no threat. Neither is that one. Right, so this army here at the moment is about at half strength. Just be careful, we can't see what's there.
Moving out.
Blah.
March.
I cannot.
if he attacks us, we'll be able to withdraw.
Follow the heart.
And I don't think he'll be able to chase us. See, this is why you need to scout. I wouldn't have come over here if I had known he was there. Her army's not very efficient, but it's a start.
Of action.
And we should switch out the cavalry first for artillery, but we don't have enough money.
Purge doubt.
Could reach him, but that's not where we're trying to go. I don't think we'll get replenishment out on the water. So maybe I'll just stay one more turn here.
Bring me news.
Get out, that'll get us to full replenishment, and then we'll make our way up there. Alright, let's check diplomacy again, and let's see what we can do.
Let's get this over with.
What is it?
This will be short.
Oh, I just checked with him. No, not negotiating with him.
Get this over with.
No, there's no good deals we can make there. So yeah, big fingers crossed that this guy doesn't make the attack here, because the garrison's... It is at full strength, but it can't handle a full stack. And I cannot make it back there, even by... Wait, what?
Obey the heart. To conquest. Let the halls peal with laughter.
What?
Truth is an unquenchable...
How did I do that?
I feel the warmth of...
What? Oh, maybe because an end term's passed already. Maybe that was it. Okay. Never mind. I'm just not paying attention. Moving on. Yeah, so they're making that attack. It says a close defeat. I don't think it's in our best interest to fight this. Because if we were going to win this, we could probably win it via dueling their generals. Because they're usually pretty stupid with that stuff. So I say retreat. Yeah, okay, cool. Because we're still getting replenishment. The whack-a-mole game is pretty extreme in this. Chasing enemies around the map.
Trust instinct.
Alright. If we put artillery in here, our income's going to take a nosedive. And if we switch this out with cavalry, I wish I could tell these units to transfer over here, but I don't think you can do that.
I call confidence.
So we're almost at full strength, enough that we can justify coming down this way.
Lay waste to them. Attack.
So no replenishment, but that's okay. So we make our way over to Jenny's fishing port over here. Gonna have a taste of her fish pie.
Impossible.
Anyway. This is costing us 822. Yeah, but we gotta protect the area from here.
Let desire
So that's kind of a must.
guide passion.
Maybe let's see if we can get... What's going on with this? Oh, right now.
Purged out.
If we go into encamp stance, is that extra replenishment? 18%.
Resume
No.
standard stance.
Alright, let's switch out these cavalry for artillery. Oh, man. We are really burning out our funds. But we got to. It'll pay off in the end.
Obey instinct.
Honestly, you might as well stand there. You should get a tiny amount extra replenishment. Yeah, see, it's extra 2%. Not that that really matters, but it's better than nothing. Actually, what we could do is we could put... Oh, right. No, I've got... the commander of this army had an assignment so that he could increase replenishment by 15%. You can't be on assignment and do this at the same time. So over here, at our capital, income from peasantry. This has got a decent amount of peasantry coming from here, so this sort of makes sense. Extra 50% would mean an extra 80 gold. Yeah, whatever. It's better than nothing. Yeah, you got 17 turns until you're no longer untrustworthy. So I don't know what deal you broke, but you shouldn't have broken it. Moving on. Right. Did we just go to war with someone else because of that? Could have used a little bit more information on that, to be honest. Right, so we're like losing 4 intimidation a turn, but that's alright. That's an alright mechanic, I mean. Okay, so now we're in good enough shape that we could justify making the attack here.
For China.
And if we have a look at the salt mines garrison, it'll be okay. Now, does she have flaming shot? Because that's kind of important. Okay. She doesn't have flaming shot, and she's actually ages away from it. She's got to get 3 levels up to get there. Either going up this way or through there. So that's gonna... Well, that range damage will certainly help. I mean, it's not like artillery is useless. Even without range damage, without flaming shot. It's just not as useful, especially with sieges.
Act quickly upon instinct.
So supplies-wise, he's okay.
On the march.
It's a bit risky, but I'm going to force march to here.
Set sail.
It's only for the turn. Okay, everything seems there. Don't know what else to do. Yeah, there's not really anything else to do. Alright, moving on. Right, yeah, moving on. Okay, this is actually good because it's probably a lot easier fighting them out in the field than it would be. Oh, we will lose morale because of this though. It's alright. Yeah, easier to fight them out in the field than on the siege battle. I don't know. We'll see. Plus, we can get some replenishment from winning this, or some money. This guy seems to be a good duelist, though we'll find out soon enough. So, it's essentially just one unit of catapults. And they don't have total formation. And these two will go out and duel. Balance of power is pretty even. So it's going to come down to who's the better commander. Me, obviously. They don't want to duel. Well, that doesn't mean we can't take him out.
Move! Move! March at the double! Faster!
Nowhere near as many kills as if it was using flaming shot.
Run! Run! Double time!
Still, sending them out.
Move! Move out quickly!
The time has come.
Oh, hang on, here we go. Let me just pause for a sec, because it's not on thing. I just want to check. So that's similar with him. They don't want to duel him. But they happen to duel this guy. And now it says negligible. Yeah, because he's pretty strong. What's his ability there? Charge resistance. Well, it says negligible, so let's see. Which one should we take out? This guy here's got 39,000 health. But a higher melee attack rate and damage. This guy's got way more health, so it'd take us longer to fight him. But let's also have a look at his abilities. This guy's got... He's got something that can basically do splash damage. Whereas this is reducing morale. What's our current morale at? 65. So yeah, we're okay. Alright. Kill Mawan.
I will defeat you.
Run! Move! Move!
To attention.
Faster! Hurry! Move! Double time! Run! Strike! Go! 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 Move! Run! Your best is not good enough!
I will crush you for this insult.
Oh, he's coming into a fight here. Is he ready to duel? No.
Ready! Quickly!
Ready!
Come on. Surely you can do better.
Our guy's not really
I
winning.
really hope your blade is sharper than your wit.
Oh, they got fire arrows. Okay. Take out those archers then if they got fire arrows.
Enemy run! Raven!
Prepare! March at the double! To battle!
Need her to provide morale for our troops. Shit. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I mean, apart from the fact that they charged us when we weren't braced, but at least they didn't get the crossbows here. Ugh, that's not good.
Go on.
Crossbows are already out of ammo.
No, you can do it.
Amazing that you can both talk and battle.
Could have really used some cavalry on this battle.
Look, the enemy run.
God damn it, our guy's actually losing. These are good cavalry there. Get around the flank here and shoot into them.
Take heed, warriors.
Right, let's do
The
that.
duel has started. Our general must win.
Stand ready.
I don't have any units I can dedicate to that. Yeah, you shoot this.
And the catapults. At the ready. Destroy them. Show no mercy.
Archers, prepare.
Shit. If I run away,
The men have no ammunition.
he's actually gonna lose if we don't run away.
Weapons.
I don't want to do. I don't know what to do with that because if I run away, then he's going to affect the entire army. But otherwise, he's gonna die.
With their strength. Perhaps retreat.
Run, you dog.
Because I think we're winning the battle. I don't want to lose the guy. We're winning by the tiniest of margins, I think. How's he going? He's winning as well by the tiniest of margins.
Has come.
Anyway, that guy's running away anyway.
At the ready.
You run that away.
Load your bolts. Crossbows at the ready. The time has come. Run.
Just got to cause morale damage in here. Once this here has broken, we can get him around over this way.
Bowmen. Go, go, go.
At the ready.
Okay, him winning that'll probably turn the tide of the battle.
Enemy general is fallen.
Oh.
They were no match.
What? No more fight?
Move.
Cutting this one close.
The time
You on your
has
horse?
come. Stand ready. Bowman, stand.
I really don't want to be sending my
Hurry. Move. Orders.
guys into, sorry, my crossbows and stuff into melee, but it's all about surrounding them so that they lose their morale.
Locked and ready.
Okay, let them go charge into this.
Attack. Fight.
Yeah, we've won the battle, but at what cost?
Shoot.
Yeah, if they had had flaming shot, they would have gotten so many more kills, but yeah, we don't have that.
Keep polo. Attack. The men have no ammunition. Draw your weapons.
But yeah, we've won the battle.
Load crossbows. Ready bows. Ready. March at the double. Prepare. Make ready.
Archers ready. Ready bows.
Steel yourselves. Our men are running. The spineless cowards. Forward. Destroy them. Unleash fury.
So try and run down as many of them as possible. We don't have any cavalry, so I mean we did just disband it, but this guy here should have the cavalry. That's what I'm saying. This army is super inefficient.
Archers.
Like all of the archers ran out of ammunition really quickly because he's not a strategic general. You got to switch this army around. It's just gonna. The good thing about this is winning this battle is going to give us money that we need to switch those units around. Seems like the remaining balance of power is just falling on him.
One step closer to victory.
Ready. Do not relent. Destroy them.
Strike. Ready.
Stand ready.
To attention. Move, move. To battle.
And she might as well get some kills.
Pose. To attention. Kill them. Go, go, go. Unleash fury.
God, if you can get a good charge on him,
Move. Move.
takes a lot of damage. But yeah, the army loss penalty hasn't been inflicted yet. There's no way he can take on my entire army, especially given the amount of damage he's got. Yeah, he's going down.
Our men flee the battlefield.
Hang on. Just recover your... Oh, he's gone.
General falls. Ha!
Was that really the best you could do?
Close victory. I thought we were going to get Pyrrhic victory there for a bit, but... Because it looked like it was going pretty badly, especially with this guy's duel. I mean, it said it was negligible, so... Don't know what happened there. I guess maybe we got unlucky. I mean, they just cancelled each other out because both of them ended up routing.
Order has been restored.
And at least he didn't die. And their guy actually did die. So we got Mawan over here. If we execute him, we can get the Stone Archer. He's only level 1. I kind of need the money, so I'm going to release him.
I will show mercy this time.
We don't have a lot of money. I don't think we'll be able to push the attack. Let's see, replenishment 11%. Plus, we'll still get some replenishment for being here. I mean, so will they. I'm just trying to decide what's better, money or replenishment in this situation. Look, that's like 2 turns worth of profit, and that's not even a single turn's worth of replenishment. We don't have to take this right now. I mean, the sooner the better. Make up your damn mind, what's it gonna be? Yeah, I'm gonna take it now. No half measures. Captured commander. So that's this guy here, right? But I didn't want him, so... Should I just execute him? I mean, he could be a spy for all we know. And we've got a decent number of blue dudes now. So... Yeah, nah. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape, and they're in pretty damn awful shape. So, if I was to attack him, we'd use up all of our movement, and he'd just run away. But if I attack this, he's not going to show up to that anyway. How's his supplies? Oh, we can't see.
No.
Yeah, like I said, we'll press the attack here.
Show them heat.
And the map view is... okay. I mean, the predicted casualties are low, and the other people aren't gonna concern us, so I'd say just delegate that.
fight with utter belief.
I don't think
You
I could have
will
done
be
much better
undefeatable.
without some serious cheesing. Oh, we can raise as this faction. No, we want to... Yeah, we'll occupy it.
Fine settlement.
So, a bit of extra income and money, you know, gained from just winning the battle. So, someone's not particularly satisfied. Let's have a look here. So, he's at 6. That's not that's not very good. It's obviously because, for the most part, of the execution. But he also desires a higher core position. Well, we're not paying him that much. We can afford to give him a little bit of a bonus. It will unfortunately lower our intimidation. But it was just a bit too close for comfort there.
The conqueror returns. To duty.
Anyway, we get some more intimidation by beating this. Just wondering if I should... It's food, though. I was going to think about, like, sacking it. Sack and withdraw. I mean, we could take this entire commandery pretty easily.
Be open to events.
Usually when it says low, you're barely going to take any. So I think we'll just delegate that.
Victory was never in
500. That's not... I might have been able to do better. But then again, we don't have flaming shot with them either.
doubt. A fine settlement. We will take it.
And they're not going to replenish in one turn, but it's fine. I think that settlement here actually lowered our income because of corruption. But what it will provide, and because it costs upkeep, what it does provide though is food production, and that is very valuable. We can sell that on the rice market. And this here will increase our food production even further. And then we can start looking at people who might want peace. So Jenny wants to peace now. Yep, negotiate with her. And she ain't got no food. So let's see if we can offer a little bit of food and get some cash out of her. It's not a lot. Otherwise we can just get a straight up deal. I mean... I don't want to offer too much. So, hang on, we were offering 6, I believe. So I could get 700 out of this deal right now, or 550 over 10 turns. So we're actually better off with the request payment now. Truth be told, I've sold food for way more than that. Get fucked, you dirty bitch. You can buy your food somewhere else. Okay, nobody else wants peace, do they? Let me have a look with him.
May we talk
No, he's not going to
frankly,
negotiate. But you can see now that we're... Well, I think there's a lot of vassals in there. It looks like we're at war with more people. But this list here of people that we can negotiate with, it's a lot smaller.
Why must we speak?
And there's nobody in here that just outright says no.
We have little to discuss.
Let us get this
Okay, that's
over
not
with.
too bad. And he's poor, so let's see if we can... Because, yeah, I don't want to fight him anymore. Let's see if we can grease the wheels with some rice. Not quite. Yeah, the respectability is not helping. Alright, well, we'll wait a little bit longer with that.
Oh, it is you.
No, no, not him. Yeah, he's marked for death.
Do we have to? Get this over with.
No, I'd probably do that after we've taken Zhangyi's Yang City over there. Alright, at least we're not at war with Jenny anymore. Okay, what's your problem?
I call confidence.
Okay, it's good that he's got to level up, but he's also pissed off because he desires a higher core position, so that's going to require us to increase... I mean, his payment's not that bad anyway, so... There you go. Yeah, the intimidation's pretty good. Extra 8 public order and reduce corruption. Okay, let's have a look what we've got here. 25% chance of avoiding ambush. If you get ambush, it's really bad, but let me just see what else there is. This passive buff, I don't know if that's for him or for everyone around him. It's enabled if you've got a stronger enemy, so I don't know if that's... Scholarship. He's the chief treasurer. No, but he's not administrating a commandery. I think we'll go with perception there. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. And over here. So they're going to be on the run for a while now. Not able to replenish. That'll be the next test. We should take everything south of this river and then cross the river to go and finish them off.
What do you wish to know?
Now the salt mine here. We've secured the entire province, which is good. Now, what we really need to do at this point is increase our income. Oh, right. Let's look to people who like us and who have no food. Because we might be able to sell them food. So, why can't I negotiate with Wang Quang? Oh, this is... quick diplomacy, right?
I'm eager to listen.
He's got no food, and he's I believe we're allied to him. So what if we offered food to him, just a little bit, in exchange? He's got 15,000 gold. Give me some of that. I'll give you food. You give me gold. So we'll just see which is better. Go with lump sum payment. For, let's see, $1,348, or regular payment for excuse me, we can get more because that's 1,570. So we can get 1,670 that way. So it's about 300 extra. How much food do we have? 17. So I'm happy to give him 10. For 200 a turn. So that'll end up being 2,000. Yeah, alright, I'll take that.
We accept this gracious compliment.
It's not a hell of a lot, but it's something. Now, we've got to develop our regions. Become the food king. So let's start with our capital, since that's where all the other things are going into. Where's this one? Next reform in 5 turns. Okay, that's a little while away. This can increase our food production by 100%. this whole province doesn't really make a hell of a lot of food because it doesn't have a food area. So upgrading that, it would also increase our income from peasantry. But it's also a fairly expensive building. I don't see that being overly efficient. Let's check next province. It's good to see public orders returning over here. Over here, we've got another salt mine or something. Brine Spring. Oh no, this isn't this. This is the small town. Upgrading it will just provide extra population capacity. Won't provide an extra... Oh, yeah, we'll actually provide an extra build slot. Reduced upkeep for cavalry units faction-wide. That's not bad. I mean, we don't have a hell of a lot of cavalry, but you get enough of these and you could really make an impact. So you need entrepreneurs before you can build that up. Fair enough. And then there's the salt mine, which makes an extra 100 from industry. That's the settlement that we just took, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to lose that. But that actually has an upkeep. The income from industry is actually minused by 10% because of low fertility. I'm going to upgrade the province. Now, like I said, we do need to fix this up here because this is just outright wrong. But it's also not urgent. This here also, it's wrong. Another thing to consider though is that these units are they're really cheap. Like, it's only 51 cost for him for this. Oh, then again, I'm used to playing on legendary difficulty where it's 60 and 90. If I have a look for him, he should be having cavalry. It doesn't cost that much if we were to get mounted lance and militia. Or even still, if we just get peasant... don't get peasant raiders. We should have some cavalry, so let's get rid of the archers in exchange for mounted lanced militia. Well, what about these guys here? They only cost 122, but yeah, we're just gonna need some more money. I'll just hold on for the time being to that. Okay, everything's looking pretty good. It's looking a lot more solid. Let's move on. We haven't lost any regions yet, which is good. I was expecting to lose a couple. Okay, we got some enemies coming around down here. Alright, that's good. If we attack him, it'll just force him to withdraw further out that way. But if we leave him, he'll just go and retake this, probably. Let me just see. If we look at the salt mine, because I need to get this army over to the silk trader next. That'd be worth a fair bit of money.
I cannot.
But another thing is that if he sticks around in this area for too long, he'll end up losing supplies, and then he'll just completely collapse in on himself. They won't be able to attack this next turn, that's for sure.
Once again, I feel the warmth of home.
So we're not fully replenished, but I don't think we need to. But if we can... Look, let's just go and move here.
Let this
and we'll see what he does. If he heads back there, then we'll see. Yeah, we'll just see how we go. All right, so we can't quite make it to here this turn. I saw an army coming around here. You had 10. All right, let's have a look in diplomacy and see what we can do. So Hansui, he wants a peace treaty, but I'd said it, we should just finish him off. Because he's super weak right now.
The floor is open.
No.
Not you again.
No one's going to negotiate. Except for Zhang Yang, but I think we should take this settlement away from him first. I'm a little bit reluctant to take such a crappy province. But sacking and withdrawing the settlement's going to give us 2 grand. It's not a hell of a lot, but it's like 5 turns worth of income. Almost. No, it's actually 4 turns worth of income.
Keep moving.
But yeah, every time that we expand now, it's going to cause extra corruption. Gotta get these provinces upgraded. We just need money for that. Alright, looking over here, people with problems. It's at 19, that's okay. 20's okay. Yeah, you'd be fine. There's just not much to do this turn. Nothing particularly threatening our borders.
Let the halls peal with laughter.
Right, moving on. So yeah, I'm certainly leaning towards sack and withdrawing when it comes to hitting Zhang Yang there.
Do this for China.
What's this? No.
Very well.
Last thing he needs is more wars. So he got all of his troops back. Well, he got the actual troop back, but not replenished or anything. Huh? Faction destroyed Zhang Yang. But how's it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he died. Let's see here. Whichever. But Zhang Yang's here. That's weird. So what's your problem? No problem, just leveled up. Do we have an heir? We don't have an heir. Might as well. Get Lude up in the that position. So what is her role? So she's counselor. Right, what can we do that'll make her better as a counselor? I don't know, just whatever. I don't know what to give her. Yeah, everything else there will be fine. So yeah, it looks like they're willing to make the attack back over here. They've got all their troops. We could attack it and then it'll just run away. I just don't see the point in doing that. If we were to defend the salt mine, when we're nowhere near at full strength, it's replenishing pretty quickly, but we've only got like 400 men there. It says 700. Wait, it says 103 here, but then it says 179, so I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Those numbers are wrong.
For China.
The thing is, this army here is costing us a lot per turn. And like I said, this guy here will run out of supplies.
Through conquest. To conquest. Once again.
We're stuck here. He'll take the settlement otherwise.
The conqueror returns. In the name of China.
Alright, that's fine. Alright. That's just annoying. That's the only way I could put that. Just bloody annoying. So the garrison here is pretty weak. And it's somewhat worth less to sack. It's only a level 2 settlement. Like I said, we really shouldn't be filling up our regions full of garbage like this. Capturing that is only going to make us poorer. So what I will do is just delegate. I'm gonna sack and withdraw. This will give us some money that we can use to reinvest in other regions. And then I'll just peace out with it. Oh, this could be a good way to get loads of intimidation, actually. If I come back there next turn.
I shall match these mountains' heights.
Now, even if I force march back here, it kind of sucks it uses up all your movement just to sack and withdraw. Actually, it might be best if I just peace out with this dude. Oh, now he doesn't want a peace. Wow. Unless I give him all the money that we gained from sacking it. Or maybe some food. I don't know. Everything's looking pretty stable at the moment, though. The situation is definitely a lot better than it was previously, even though we're not making as much money. If we disbanded the army, we would make more money. We also lowered taxes. Gotta protect the peasants. Alright, so we got loads of money. Let's see what we can invest into. Wouldn't give us an extra build slot. Will give us some extra income from peasantry, which we have a bonus of 105%. So that'll mean 50 extra gold, which is pennies, absolutely pennies. We gotta be selling some of that damn food. This will give us an extra build slot by upgrading this, but it'll also consume more food. But you've got farmlands here. You don't really need this grain silo. Because you got... We need to take this off the Han Empire.
I am eager to listen.
What settlement is that? How do I do that? Annexable minor settlement. How do I do that? So I guess it's this one here. So how do I annex their territory? I don't know how to do it.
Welcome. Take a seat.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because it's my first time playing this, I don't know how to annex territory. That didn't seem correct. It's just, like, our options are really limited. I guess we'll do that. I mean, that'll give us a tiny amount extra food. Because we're producing 6 from here. I don't know, it's not actually really that efficient at all. God, all these commanderies suck. In terms of food. Just nothing. This is nothing really we can build. We're just hamstrung by technologies at the moment. I'll just end the turn. I just don't have anything worth doing. Just because we have money doesn't mean we should throw it away. And all of those purchases, it just seemed like throwing the money away. Alright, we can actually kill him. I don't know why he didn't move, but that's fine by me. Now, this army is heading towards the horse pastures, which has a reasonable garrison, which I'm pretty sure I can beat that.
Channel passions.
It just, I guess it largely depends on whether or not we get towers there, which we should. Now, upgrading that actually seems like a good idea. After... Oh, okay. What happened here? Is it because I upgraded the settlement? Yeah, I did. Okay. Does anything here make food? No, not really. Because I was just thinking, if we build the food building here... Like this one works really well in conjunction with this, but it also works really well if you've got another food building. Now, because we have a fair amount of industry income... Oh, hang on, we got fishing from here. So you could actually end up making a lot of food, because this is... Okay. Because it's a port. And it will increase income from peasantry. If we have a look at the bonus... It's next to nothing, but we just start somewhere. It's actually a good province. Alright, that'll only take one turn. Or we could do it just right now with 700. Yeah, money's kind of not that great. Alright, if we sack this settlement here, again, we'll make 327. It's not worth it.
This will be short.
Alright, let's see what quick deals we can make. Okay, Hansui, yeah, of course they want peace. But like I said, we've got them by the balls now. They are out.
Obey the heart. Attack! Celebrate! Our victory was just.
It's a lot of money.
Free the prisoners!
And you know what, that actually provides us with enough money to justify building that. Because I want to upgrade this as well. Because this provides money from peasantry and also some food. So I think building up this province here, because it's not really that much on your frontier, is actually pretty good. Oh, we have got a lot of shit coming down this way. That guy's taking attrition, so don't worry about him. Let's march down here and get ready to fight this stuff. This overall may have seemed like a bit of a waste of time. Alright, now, I don't want to cross the river. We want to take everything here first, and then we'll cross the river.
Spreading the word of our cause.
Income's increased. It's good. Alright, what else can we build? So everyone's should be pretty happy. Not really, but good enough. Alright, at Chang'an. It's the only thing that we can build, but it's shit. That consumes way too much food at this stage here. It would give us an extra build slot, though. Given the fact there's a jade mine here, you really need... Oh, yeah, you've got that. That's the building I was talking about. Okay. Don't have the right text for it. Alright, just leave Chang'an alone. We'll give this province an extra build slot and extra garrison. And since it's a frontier settlement, I guess that's kind of important. And there goes all of our cash. If we were to negotiate with him, he's he's really willing to give it up. In fact, we could even make him a vassal. Which that might actually work better. Because we'll get loads of money from that. And that's just for 6 turns.
We do this together.
And we can just outright annex him later anyway. And then this army, rather than spending ages dealing with this, I mean, don't get me wrong, annexing him is going to be bad diplomatically, but we didn't offer a guarantee. So if we go to Hansui, or however it's pronounced, where is he? Negotiate, and we annex him. Yeah, that's like 43 turns of treachery, but if you just wait 10 turns, then it will only be 22 turns of treachery. It's bad. It's bad. But everybody hates you anyway, so just hold on to him for the time being, because if we have a look here, tributes, you know, he'll pay a bit of tribute. He's not going to help us in any of the wars, but that's okay. But now we can actually bring this army down here and smash. So I'd say with that, this disaster is pretty much over. It is much more secure now, and I'll send it back to him, and because we're at about an hour and a half now, and I think it's certainly manageable. You know, a lot of armies coming down here, but it's not on the hardest difficulty, and you got Lu Bu, you manage. Anyway, that's the end of this one, so like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, fuckers.